Pretty sure we're just instantly live. Game capture. Pretty please. Oh, there we go. That worked. All right. "47 hours into this godforsaken game." Okay, what exactly are we... Oh no. I accidentally clicked on Photoshop. Now my computer is going to force me to chill out for a moment. There we go. All right. Obsidian. Let's see. All right, so we got the Sacramony trait. It's on the Ancestral Phoenix. That's not really a good, that's not really a good trait stone. For this creature. Right now. Well, to be honest, let's see. Ritual of Summoning seems to be one of those things I should definitely do. If I arranged it so that all of my creatures were death type, Summon Horde would be pretty good. This guy is no longer really necessary. So where is Greater Dispel? Exactly. I think probably what happened was that I put a creature in the menagerie, remove spell gems from all creatures at the menagerie. Okay. Now I should probably be able to see it. Class. I thought I had a Greater Dispel. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, so everybody has Greater Dispel. Thanks to my animatus. Got it. Random minion for each creature on your side that belongs to the same class. So casting it twice should yield 6. What is the maximum for minions, I wonder? If I could remember what I was doing. 9 stacks seems to be 9 stacks. Nine stacks. Nine stacks. Never generated by effects that generate random minions, so. Five stacks. Looks like 9 stacks is the maximum for minions. 'Sacrifice Chaos Satyrs to deal damage equal to 15% of its highest stat per stack. Lesser demon. So these are all demons. And even if they weren't. Even if they weren't, the highest stack is still 9. So what I was trying to figure out there is, like, I really only need 4 creatures of the same type. As soon as I get 5, I get a wasted duplication there. So if I'm going to use Summon Horde is what I was thinking. If I'm going to use Summon Horde, random minion for each creature fighting. Oh, okay. So since that is just 1 random minion of each type, it's actually fine to have basically 12 go off. It's unlikely to produce duplicates. And this does not, there's no way to set this up so that it does its thing again. Well, we are technically okay for now. We'll go. If any ally has... There's gotta be minions here somewhere, right? Oh, I can't do any minion. Oh no. Facecam and mic is back. Yeah, I really only do the grind streams when it's like I'm intending on doing something really boring for a really long time and just want to chill and listen to music. And I try to post those with like an appropriate title so that people know. Like if you're gonna show up, it's gonna be music and be running around killing stuff. Oh, there we go. Greater than 0 minions. Cast ritual summoning? Is that what it's called? Ritual summoning, there we go. If this creature has debuff silence, attack. I did tune out because part of what it makes stream interesting to me is the conversation with the streamer. Yeah, of course. That's the sort. It's like I'm not ever gonna just do that. I'm never going to just be the no cam music, no speaking streamer. But with a game like this where there's going to be like really large sections of endless grinding, basically, where I don't know how much I'm gonna have to say. Sometimes it's just like there's like several hours of grinding, and I'm just not gonna be able to be like tuned in the whole time. I just want to be fair and let people know when that's gonna happen. But I'm never. The stream's never just gonna become that. Let me see. So we've got ritual summoning. If silenced, attack a random enemy, and then as a as a fallback, if this creature has above 0% health, just defend. Okay, that's macro 7, and we can put that on our Ancestral Phoenix. Sign macro 7. Strategy macro. There we go. So that should be fine. We've got 5 projects set up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be diving. But I'm going to be diving in the land of breath and balance because I want to be grinding favor with this guy so that I can eventually purchase his god spawn. I streamed this game once and felt similar. It was hard to come up with things to say when there's so much repetition. I mean, like, there's a lot of things generally going on in the back of my head about, like, what I'm intending to do with my team or what sort of things interest me. The problem is that the game really, there is so much, like, raw hours between, like, a lot of the time anyway. There's, the situation I run into is that there's, like, a lot of raw hours between, and if I'm attentive the whole time and, like, checking out, creatures that I haven't seen and that sort of thing, it really slows down my ability to get, like, to a place where I'm able to execute on that combo that I've been, looking at or whatever. And so there are times when it's like, well, it's way more efficient if I just kind of tune out and don't do like a high analysis stream or something like that. And so it's like, you know, I could absolutely, like, there are still creatures regularly I'm running into that I haven't, like, memorized what they're doing. The beacons are pretty interesting. When an enemy nature creature would gain a stat, it loses that stat instead. I wonder if there's a way to make all of your enemy creatures natures so that they all lose stats. And then you can just throw stats at them somehow. Yeah, some people, like, also are just born with the gift of gab. Like, I'm an idiot who can ramble about whatever's going on in my head typically for, even if I don't have, like, if I'm alone. This is enough to drive any housemate insane, by the way, but I will absolutely talk to myself. So it's like, you haven't memorized 1200 plus traits in a few weeks? Unfollowed. I know, right? I'm getting pretty close, though, I think. What was that? Helios, was that? So a summon ready for an exotic mob Helios. I'm actually interested. Let's check it out. We're getting there on the, we are really, really getting there. Where's Helios? Come on. There it is. After this creature is forcibly moved to the top of the timeline, it gains splashing and 75% attack. That's such a weak, trait. 75% attack isn't bad, but for it to gain splashing, because it can't gain splashing multiple times, I'm guessing, I don't really need to destroy any of those doodads. But yeah. I have actually got a fair few of the traits and whatnot on lockdown at this point. I feel like if I had been dedicating like real actual whole days to this game, at this point I would probably be oh, I don't know, probably up near floor 1000, and probably would know most of the traits by heart. But I've really been disjointed about the way that I've been able to approach it. Just life getting in the way, you know? It happens. But I have finally started tuning into the theory crafting discussion and like the general discussion in the Discord, so becoming a part of the conversation. Prophecy task, okay. That's good. Feel like having the gift of gab is a great quality for a streamer to have, and you definitely have it. Yeah, that's it's something where you just recognize. I think there's a really unfortunate thing that happens where certain people will like be able to talk themselves hoarse in a soliloquy kind of way, and they don't realize that they're that kind of person. And that's kind of a sad thing, because that leads to the sort of people who get themselves into situations where everybody thinks they're annoying. It's like, man, this guy will not shut up. But if you at least can be aware of it, you can use it to your advantage. Like it's definitely something people appreciate if you put yourself on camera and you're thinking out loud. But if you are like part of a group discourse and everybody's trying to take turns talking, you know, you tend to try to like it tends to be easy to bulldoze people in conversation and just say too many things. Anyway, if all the creatures in your party belong to the Rifted Dancer race, their innate traits activate one additional time. Oh, that's so good. Rift Dancers in general are so good, but it's really hard to set up a full race team. There are just too many good, like, disparate traits. Alright. This guy wants me to answer some fucking Siralim trivia. What class does the horrible howl spell belong to? Is it nature? Ah, that's a good guess, huh? Kino ticket. I gotta go spend all these tickets. I really dislike the minigames, and I was talking about this earlier in the Discord chat, which is that, like, these minigames just feel... It's like they're one step of, like, one layer of indirection away from being fun, right? Where, what is it? They want to... What they're there to do is add a layer of indirection between you and the resources to create an exclusive resource pool. No, actually, that's not what the minigames are for. The like Kino minigames, because the Kino minigames just seem to spit out. They just seem to spit out. And I could be wrong about this. They just seem to spit out regular rewards, right? But I think I remember reading something about the dwarf games giving you a currency that you can't use anywhere else, like some kind of ale currency or something like that. It's good to voice your thoughts, but in a conversation, especially in groups and the like. Like you said, it's a bit narcissistic to be the only one speaking. Yeah, that's the problem, is that the same exact thing that drives my ability to talk for hours into a camera, into an empty room, is like the thing that will... the thing that leads me to accidentally be the only guy, like, accidentally be, yeah, exhibit narcissistic behavior in a crowd of people. So I have to be really, really careful about stuff like that. And I think the worst, most unfortunate thing that happens is that sometimes people who are kind of a little bit less considerate or unaware have that same personality trait and that same, like, ability to soliloquy forever. And then they get themselves into trouble because everybody ends up hating them. They don't know why. They're like, but I had lots of things to say. Why would you ever not want to hear the things that were crossing through my head at that particular moment? Okay, it's an accessory. I can't wait to, like, do up my animatus for real once I have more of the accessories unlocked. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with the cosmetics eventually. I'm still an orangutan for now, though. Because that's how I feel when I'm playing this game right now. Goblet of Trials is full. There we go. 6,000 piety. Oh. We're gonna just keep going till we hit the animator. There's a Graveborn. This can take a really long time. When you were just searching for one. I think this is actually the longest it's taken for me. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's definitely the longest it's taken for me. It's not, it doesn't feel like giving it to me today. I want animatus on my goblet, or animator, but it's going to murderize me. No. I'm not really doing like realm instability or making enough. There we go. We got the animator. So how's my currency after that? Where's the essence? Okay, essence is still my highest. No. I've got more power than essence, but essence is still my second highest resource, so that's not bad. We are still definitely able to just keep doing this. They're good speakers and good listeners. It's a rare gem that is both. Riddle Dwarf game gives a currency that is unique. Yeah, the name is eluding me right now. So that unique currency allows you to buy some stuff, right? That's not available somewhere else, like not available anywhere else. That's what I'm talking about when I say like a mutually exclusive resource pool, or an exclusive resource pool is what the games seem like they are intended to be for. But they seem so over implemented. I don't want to take a giant dump on the game because, you know, it's like, why Siralopoly? Like, who is out here jonesing to be playing Monopoly, you know, while playing Siralim? They're like, you know, Siralim was really great, but the whole time I was playing, I really just wanted a little bit more Monopoly in my Siralim. Alien Primate says, I worked on that defense animator a bit. If you were interested in seeing what I came up with, yeah, let me poke around. Let me see if this window capture works. There we go. Oh yeah, I've seen these woe. Wait, is this not woe? This is not doing the woe thing. Okay. Maybe I'm full shit. Your creatures have 40% more defense. Straight does not stack. So that's the Planetary Amaranth. For each non-ethereal death spell gem each of your creatures has equipped. Maximum of 3 spell gems per creature. Okay, so 18 times 7. Let's break out the calculator, boys. 126% defense. Not bad. And I would be willing to bet these are multiplicative with each other. At the start of battle, the races of the last 3 creatures are changed to the race of the first 3. So the last 3 are changed to that of the first creature. Okay, so we are doing an Amaranth build, basically, right? Well, where's the other Amaranth trait in that case? To the first creature in your party. This is the first creature in your party. Where is the other? There it is. Master of Amaranths. At the start of your battle, Amaranths share 15% of your defense with each other. We are pack. You have at least 4 creatures that belong to the same race. The remaining creatures' races are changed to that race as well. Oh, that's actually awesome. I didn't know you could anoint that. Like I haven't delved into the anoints far enough to know what the anoint stuff is. Fanatic, multitheism. At the start of battle, your godspawn creatures gain their respective avatars traits. Avatar's trait. That's crazy. That's a weird thing that I didn't know existed. Because I didn't know... I thought Fanatic was like something where you couldn't anoint these. But I was clearly wrong to make that assumption. And so we have a god spawn that is... So where is our god spawn? This is Akara would be the god spawn. There we go. Family god spawn. So this gains the avatar's trait, and that would be its respective avatar would be which avatar? Aryamaki. Okay, so we go Aryamaki. And this trait does enemies deal damage with attacks and spells using their lowest stat rather than their attack or intelligence. In addition, enemies take damage from attacks and spells based on their lowest stat rather than defense. So you're circumventing defense. And you're... So this is just a good stat. This is like fluff. It's icing on the cake. There's not like a lot of synergy here. It's just something that you thought was powerful to add. Makes sense. Heart Rage. At the end of each creature's turn, most perks in the game are anointments. There's usually 1 or 2 that aren't anointments, with a couple of specs as exceptions. Yeah, I had made the assumption that because Fanatic and Royal are those special, like, I thought for whatever reason, like, Fanatic was one of those where you weren't allowed to anoint these, like anything from Fanatic, and I don't know why I made that assumption. But I thought it was sort of similar. It is not. That is fine. I am allowed to be wrong occasionally. Probably more often than most people. Anyway, let's keep looking. At the end of each creature's turn, this creature deals damage to a random enemy equal to 80% of its lowest stat. Each creature's turn. Now see, that could be really good with the Animatus. That's one of those where I like really appreciate the proc there. I think it's the bonus from Skywatcher. Skywatcher being... Okay, subjugation. This creature deals extra damage equal to the amount of defense it has greater than its target. Yeah, that's... So how is this creature borrowing that trait? It's you're using the thing that shares all the traits, right? Let me get through. At the start of battle, enemies are afflicted with silenced for a turn. Okay. That's nice. It can be stuffed by certain things, if I recall correctly. Master of Amaranths. Yeah, remember that. Dark Bloom. Base stats are 20. Okay, so yeah, this is the one that I'm working on, basically. We're trying to get 20 plus 5 for each, so you dedicate 2 to each of the 4 non-health stats, and that's 30 each. Got it. This creature starts battles with 100% more intelligence and defense, but loses 25 intelligence and defense at the end of its turn. Out of curiosity, is this a start of battle effect? Kind of important to know. It says it starts battles with this, but is that start of battle? Is that just like a different phrasing? Okay. This is definitely worth. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna say alien primates animator / animatus defense build. We're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start making a list of. I'm gonna copy this. We're gonna just start keeping a list of Siralim planner links. Siralim planner links. Let's see. Let's keep going. 100%. Yeah, necessitarianism. 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 That is a tough one, man. Necessitarianism. Draco Chimera. At the start of battle, your creatures gain 100% more of whatever stat corresponds to their fused creature's class. This trait does not stack. If I line that up properly, I could use that even in the way that I'm currently trying to run the build. Divine Form. I've heard so many people talk about this. Where's the list of, I want to do like trivia, Siralim, trivia. Not trivia, but like miscellany. So stats that correspond to classes. I want to know which ones correspond to which ones. So like so we got attack, health, attack, intelligence. I don't understand why it was like intelligence instead of magic, defense. Some things about these games are just so stupid. It's like, why intelligence? Like, you've got these really vague, like, just taxonomically it seems dumb to have it be intelligence when everything else is like, I mean, even health is a weird one. You could just go like hit points, because that's what it is. Be like if you abbreviated that to HP, nobody would complain. So why is intelligence instead of magic? Like, magic would definitely be more aligned. Like, anyway, it's all semantic argument. It's all me being like pedantic. Anyway, I will write those down as I figure out what the hell they are. This creature has 30% more attack, defense, and speed. Okay. Has 30% more attack, defense, and speed. That doesn't happen before the battle starts, right? Like, that happens on battle start, I'm guessing. Your creatures have additional defense equal to... That one was just filler. Gotcha. Your creatures have additional defense equal to 50% of the total defense bonus on this creature's artifact. Huh. Total defensive bonus. So my curiosity about that is that like... I want to know how the math on that works. I am curious about this. I've been curious about this for a minute. Is that like... you take all the 59s and add them up and then divide them by 50, and that's the number. So it's like 59% defense. 236% is max, so... But does that just give additional flat defense equal to 50% of that number? Because if that's true, that would be like worthless, right? Because like half of 236 is what, 113.5 or something? What, 100? No, 115 would be 30. So 115 plus 3, 118, 118%. 118%, is it percent increased? Are you sure it's percent increased? Because the way that this reads, see, this stuff like this sucks for me. Because I'm very used to like Path of Exile pedantry. So I read this and I'm like, it should read, your creatures have additional defense bonus equal to the total defense bonus on the creature's artifact. Because if it's actually just giving additional flat defense equal to the bonus, then it's worthless, right? And so I would like it for it to be slightly more for it to read slightly more accurately. But I agree with you. If it works the way that you're assuming it works, then it's good. Even if it was flat, it wouldn't be worthless. I mean, 118 defense is nothing in this game. Depends on, because flat would be multiplied. I mean, sure, but, like, so what? Every number is multiplied. Like, compare it to another trait. If it was flat, it would be worthless compared to other traits in the pool that you could use, is basically what I'm saying. Because it's not like it's start of battle. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. Skywatcher, yep, I remember this one. This is the one where this is the whole reason that we're doing this. Afterlife, after this creature dies for the first time in battle, it resurrects with 50% health and 50% more. Okay. So this guy is rezzing with more shit. Wait, death in, so the Animatus is in slot 6. We're not capitalizing on either adjacencies or the Animatus split damage. This creature has 15% more attack and int for each dead creature in here. So yeah, so we didn't, it's going to fuse with this guy. So yeah, that's what I was saying, is that this will work pretty well with the Animatus, and then it's going to borrow this subjugation. Okay, yeah, so we're stacking these up. After the creature dies, your other creatures are resurrected with 100% health. If they're not dead, they recover 50% health. What? If this creature dies, okay. This effect is not activated if more than one of your creatures has this trait. Gotcha. Okay, well, interesting. I'm going to keep it bookmarked. It looks like it's probably super effective. I'm not going to mess with the I may decide that the defense stacking shenanigans are just outright better than what I'm trying to do. But we shall see. I'm going to keep going on right now. But that is like super valuable theory crafting that you have contributed, and I appreciate it deeply. Because like even if I don't end up going with something like that, like specifically, I am getting to see the ways in which other people are stringing together traits and stuff. So that is super valuable, and I appreciate it. Hopefully, it seems like I got the idea. Like it looks fairly straightforward. The stuff that I was actually, by the way, a little bit more interested in, is these. Like figuring out how people are going to stack up anoints, is actually going to be, I think, a little bit, for now, is going to be a little bit more novel and interesting to me than the traits, because I've been exposed to a lot of the traits stuff at this point, and so doing that and being the, you know, borderline autistic soliloquy monster that I am, I've been thinking through a lot of the various trait combinations and the stuff that could be done with it. So as far as the defense stacking stuff, that's something that has kind of been on the edges of my awareness anyway. I don't know if I want to lump up stats. I'm still on the fence about it. I'm feeling really, really like there's something potentially to be gained from just ramping like stats indiscriminately, but maybe it's worth like pooling them at the end, because there are a lot of ways to convert, like say that you have a billion million of all your stats. There seems to be a lot of ways to crush that down into one stat at the end. Like if you just have universally absurdly high stats, I bet there are several ways to get all those stats compressed down into one stat that you care about. But also, all the stats in this game seem somewhat relevant to me. Like, I'm guessing that I'm guessing the problem here is that if your numbers are big enough, let me see, at the start of Phoenix turn, when they're on resurrect, effects have a 50% chance to activate. Huh. Well, that unfortunately doesn't really do much for me, considering the ones I've got are activating when they need to. But yeah, tribalism, the tribalism anointment is huge. I did not know about that. I just haven't looked through them carefully enough. I may paw through them on stream at some point and just theorycraft as I go through the list. You have to do something like that a few times, I think, to familiarize yourself with the sort of content that's being thrown at me. So it's like, I went through the relics once on stream, but I will probably benefit from going through them again at some point, just to remind myself of what exists after, you know, I've been stringing teams together for a little while longer. Let me see. Demonic Realtor. Well, that's a skin. I'm really, really pleased with my Apis dude here. He ends up with so much stats. It's just super fucking disappointing that Molecular Betrayal does not then borrow and amp those stats. If that had worked, that would have been like a ridiculous win. As it stands, though, I can still kill him turn 1, and once we have the God Spawn going off, I'm just gonna put the God Spawn right on top of the rest of that, to be honest. I will put the Apis trait as probably the trait stone and use the Envy. So we'll have a God Spawn with the Envy color palette and class. And then we will just use the Apis trait stone and stack it all up. Is this, oh boy. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, the corpse explosion. Corpse explosion's huge. Looks done to me. Well, I guess I could come up here. Okay. Now we're done. Teleport to new realm. There we go. Now it's time to get punked by another boss gimmick. Let's see what it's like. The nether bosses in this game, I have a feeling that they're just going to continue to get more and more gimmicky. And then the god fights, I'm sure, are going to be horrendous. I want to take one team that beats all the gods, though. I want to figure out a way to make this work. Like, make it universally compatible with all the fights, rather than, like, stringing together different teams for each fight. Yeah, that bird is constantly dying. So I haven't yet seen if my bird has gotten to use ritual summoning at any point. But if the bird sees that any of my creatures have minions, it should automatically off itself to produce, ramp those minions. Which I think is one of the better ways of getting, like, a bunch of unstable horrors stacked up, for example. This Ashian is now completely worthless in my lineup. And I should figure out a more relevant creature combo to replace them. Oh no. There we go. Man, the way that your character carts through fucking realms is insane to me in this game. It's like the 2x speed is actually legitimately hard to handle and direct, but but it's just the game is just so slow without all the speed enhancements that or it just gets really tedious. So you end up like doing this thing where you're holding on to your character desperately as you swerve through realms. Alright, here we go. Godspawn, what are you? Oh dear. Furnace. That's where you'd keep your alcohol if you had any. Okay, so Furnace is just a drunk dog. Drunk dog boy with wings. This creature has access to all boost spells. That's potentially scary because... well, because the boost spells are really powerful, but... we'll see how it goes. Uh-oh. We're not doing enough damage with this Buffet. Hey, he's got 6 unstable horrors now. That works pretty well, seemingly. How much does my Animatus have at this point in stats? 31k everything? Not bad. This guy's got 10k. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Sinister Energy. After this creature provokes, its barrier shatters. Okay. Yep, I've seen that one. Barrier builds. Potentially funny. Like, all of those singular mechanic scaling payout builds seem pretty interesting to me. Time to try to climb to floor 400, though. Oh no, it's the treasure golem. I gotta run him into a corner. Alright, you're screwed, dude. Oh, no. I got overconfident. This poor guy. We're gonna rip him limb from limb, and then the game is going to chastise us for it. But you sealed up so much treasure in him. You bastards. I had to. I was compelled by the piñata. How rewarding are treasure golems in the long term is something that I've been wondering. Like, are they really worth chasing down, for example? I mean, I guess they must be. Like, or are they just something to do? I'm guessing that the realm instability directly multiplies all loot from treasure golems, so they are probably the big boy payout. And apparently guild chests. Although I have no idea what the hell those are. That's why I had to change the title of the stream from Blind Run to Let's Play. Like, no longer trying to blind run it at all. The big boy payouts are the orbs after beating gods. The orbs, huh? False gods. Okay. Well. We'll have to get up there and start whooping some false deity ass. There we go. One final chest, and I think we're pretty much good with this realm. Oh, it's the Master of Arbiters. All right, let's see how this works. Every once in a while, these masters are going to blow me up. I've thought about if all the creatures in your party are arbiters, their innate traits are 50% more powerful. One thing that I've been contemplating is, like, boost spells seem like there were a few of them when I was looking through that are like chance to kill an enemy outright. And the chance to kill an enemy outright procs are something that is really, really tempting to me. Because they would automatically trigger a corpse explosion, right? But the problem with that, obviously, is that I think they don't work on boss battles at all. And I'm absolutely sure that they're not going to work on gods. So, like god battles. So I'm like, well, I need something to do when that's not happening, but I wouldn't mind having these fights automatically cleared out by somebody just instantly dying turn 1. Triggering a chain of corpse explosions that kills everybody. There we go. Having those two Ancestral Phoenix perks on the same team is pretty wild, actually, because you just res everybody anytime that anybody sacrifices. So it's like, even if somebody sacrifices themselves, which honestly brings me back to maybe like trying to figure out how to like use maniacs. Because the maniacs can trigger their own death on provoke, and we have some other stuff happening on provoke, potentially. Which may just lead to a situation where, like, creatures are killing themselves and coming back instantly because that is how the Phoenix do. Best so far is 24 pages of loot. That seems pretty good. I don't think I've seen any more than like 7. If even that. I've been paying close attention though. But yeah, the Maniac Suicide seems potentially valuable, given the whole, the new Ancestral Phoenix tech that I have stumbled across. Like the fact that anytime that any of my characters kill an ally, everybody reses. I should say creatures. Pumpkin decoration. We'll kit out the castle eventually. We will make it appropriately narcissistic and edgy. Blessing Unlock. God Altar is pre-revealed. What is this? Oh, okay. So, we are at favor 16 with this god. I don't think I've completed the pilgrimage. So maybe the pilgrimage mission will get me to the level 20 favor that I want to be at. 24 pages of loot, I imagine, contains a fair few trait stones. Like, I'm guessing eventually you just probably have almost all trait stones. Like, having to do assassination missions probably just kind of falls off at a certain point, because I don't think there's a limit to the loot that you can keep in this game, so you probably end up with like 99 of all trait stones at some point if you're grinding hard enough. We will see. That's the Freezy Phoenix. Ross Phoenix. Figuring out where, like, how to distribute the relics properly is gonna be, I think, fairly important. It's weird because dipping into the Discord, it's like nobody seems to care about the relic distribution, but they seem so fucking powerful. It's like, it seems like there's all the reason in the world to set my Animatus up to soak with the sixth slot position, and set that guy up to use the Bramblethorn skin, because that guy is just going to be so fucking tanky. One through 5 of most traits at depth 530. Wonder how long it'll take me to catch up to you. Some guy came in and was like, I think somebody said like something about there's no way you'll be to like depth 300 or something within a couple weeks, and I was like, it seems like I can definitely get that. Like, it seems like I'm still on track for that, having really only played like a couple of hours a day over the past few weeks. Like, if I had been dedicating real time, like every single day, let's see, like if I had been no-lifing, I feel like we would be there. And getting fast, reliable build. I know, that's the biggest pain in the butt for me has been that, like, the build archetype that I have chosen has been kind of slow. Like, it just is, it's de facto slow. There's nothing I can do about that. Like, I use Slaughter turn 1, and it just takes a long time to resolve. And usually the combat is over after that, but the fact that it takes a long time remains, you know? It's just not a whole lot I can do about it. Like, kill almost everything before first turn with any mods except less healing, yeah. Like, it's tempting to put together something like that, but I don't know. I'm feeling my animator self. Maybe I can put together something that does that with the animator, like with the animatus. I can put together like a speed comp. I want to put together a comp that basically like handles everything in the game with a big fat animatus. That is kind of the goal at the moment. See, right now my animatus casts Slaughter, and I would like for him to have a good chance of like provoking when he casts Slaughter. So I may try to leverage like the stags at some point to give the chance to provoke double chance. I may put like chance to provoke, chance to defend on there, because I think the Hanji relic triggers both on defense and provoke maybe, but it might just be provoke. Yeah, 35% more attack, defense, and speed. That's one of the ones that you had on your defense lineup. It was the filler. Oh, another one of these Arbiter Masters. Do these guys get, like, significantly more dangerous at some point, or... Wow, really? How? That guy must be so fat. Arbiter Mastery level 2. They are all the same. Charity / Mender's Oath loop. Charity and Mender's Oath. I'm curious enough to like check out what that is. Let's see. Charity? Oh. Charity. After this creature is healed, heals one of your other creatures for 300% of this amount. This trait does not heal creatures that also have this trait. Mender's Oath. Creatures healed, they heal your other creatures by 25% of this amount. Your creatures receive 50% less healing. This trait does not stack. So you somehow convert that into damage, I'm guessing. Requires overheal from Cleric, yeah. That's what I figured. Like, Cleric is the one that allows you to deal damage based on your healing, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, or is that Inquisitor? There are many ways to damage. No kidding. Yeah. Seems like you can convert pretty much any mechanic into a win condition / damage mechanic. But it's still interesting to know how. Lightening my load. The guys that just hand you resources. I mean, it's kind of interesting, like, to dress those things up a little bit different aesthetically, but I don't know if I really benefit in any way from those being something other than a chest. And I don't know if I really benefit from the chests having, like, both an open and a destroy step, where you pop the chest, get the loot, and then have to destroy it. There's so many little things wrong with this game that it's a bummer, because the core of the systems is really nice. It's really well put together. There's 1,200 monsters. They're not actually bullshitting you about, like, what you can you can definitely sandbox this game forever, but the way it's set up turns it into kind of a into kind of a flavorless paste feeling grind fest. It's like, I wish things were a little bit more straightforward and felt a little bit better in the actual execution of, like, running around, participating in the core gameplay loop, I guess is what I'm saying. And I'll have to run down an itinerary. I'm definitely going to do a write-up on Siralim at some point and post it to my blog. Abnegation gives gives damage equal to half healing. Censure from Inquisitor gives 40% healing as added damage. 19% chance to cast on heal gem. Yep, Rise Above gives 5% of healing as max health. You use health scaling damage. Dreams of Ice gives 25% defense per heal. Use defense damage scaling. Makes sense. Class is the Jinn Illusionist, so they're all sorcerers, aren't they? So I'm getting dwarf tickets. And do booze builds eventually. Ariamaki, give me maximum favor level yesterday. I will figure out how to leverage all of these perks to do what I want. Oh no, I forgot a little tiny corner of the map. There we go. That was very useful. Alright. I'm pretty enamored by the Phoenix, by the double ancestral Phoenix layout right now. Like, I'm really pretty happy with this. One thing though is that the Phoenix probably belongs in the 5th slot. Well, somebody that I want to fuse with for the sake of attributes probably belongs in the 2nd slot. This is something where I've got to fix. Like, creating the perfect Animatus layout is actually really, really weird. And I borrow spell gems from the 4th slot as well, right? So 5th slot is duplicate, 3rd slot is stats. So yeah, in order to utilize all of these perks, you actually, so there's 2nd slot is, let's walk myself through this to make sure that I understand this correctly. 2nd slot is endowment, 3rd slot is traits from molecular betrayal, 4th slot is cogmind, 5th slot is fifth slot's the one that gains a trait, right? Gains a trait from the 5th slot. Where is it? There it is. 5th creature's innate. And then Grimkeeper? No, what is it? Forged by Pain. Splitting damage with a 6th creature. So in order to get every perk, you actually do have to keep your Animatus in slot 1. Like, in order to utilize every perk. And I feel like most of those perks are powerful enough that there's got to be some kind of, like, optimal way to utilize all of them. I feel like eventually having the Animatus cast slaughter might not be the right way to do it, though. Although, once I have, like, the Gravebinder anoint for stats persist through death, the slaughter definitely starts to feel a little bit better because all of my creatures will probably be. What is he? Oh, okay. I see. All of my creatures. Oh, so this is just your creatures have Scorned or whatever. Got it. Banshee Mastery. Perfect. 2 emblems. Nice. I probably have enough emblems at this point to buy the God Spawn. I just don't have the favor rank. Pound Chain. Cerberus traits. Let's go. So just with the last couple of changes, the number of stats that my Animatus winds up with has been multiplied by many fold. Like 20-fold or something like that, which is really nice. I'm still not sold on like how I'm dealing damage or like what I want my creatures doing in combat, but things seem to be gelling a little bit more smoothly at the moment. I can definitely have the Apis summon Horde right away. Actually, I can actually, there's no reason for me not to have the Apis casting summon Horde like all the time. However, summon Horde does have a fairly limited number of charges. It's like 10 charges or something like that. So I will probably run out. Maybe in that case I put Summon Horde on my Animatus with Generosity. Oh yeah, Alien Primate literally, like, got there immediately as I did. Reincarnation, is that life? Ooh. Let's see, how we doing on this map layout? Pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Let's go ahead and get out of here. I did already donate to you, right? Right. 150 favors. Honestly, not that much. Pilgrimage, yes. Favor rank 21. Okay, so that is the that's good. I don't know what next to get though. Completing its project, you'll receive treasure. Treasure is good, I guess. Knowledge about the creature of your choice. That's for anything sub-divination candle tier where you need to get it to divination candle tier, I'm guessing. Forged artifact crafting materials. I don't know. Godspawn Akara. Oh, you have to research this? Oh, no. Wait, you'll gain enough mana to summon Akara? What? In order to complete this project, you must purchase an item from Ariamaki. Okay, we're going to start that, and we're going to research Spellweaver. I have no idea what that's talking about. But we will find out in a second, I suppose. Creatures, manage spells. He's got Summon Horde. But it's not generous right now, so let's go ahead and unenchant it. Disenchant. Summon Horde. And we'll just put generous on it instead. Boom. And now everybody else can cast generous, or can cast the summon horde if it's turn 1. So what I'm gonna do is go macros. Yeah, that creature doesn't even have a macro right now. I wish there were a distinction for it to not have, like... I know this one is not in play right now. So if we edit this macro and we add, like... if any ally has... It's if any enemy has greater than... X buffs. And we want greater than 3, probably. Yeah, if any enemy has 5 or greater buffs, then we will cast Greater Dispel. Where is it? Greater Dispel. Boom. And then we'll do if all enemies have greater than X debuffs. Greater than, like, let's just go if they all have maybe more than 1 debuff. Well, if they all have debuffs at all, or not debuffs, buffs, greater than X buffs, greater than, let's say 2 buffs or more, then he'll also cast Greater Dispel. Okay, it's probably about a half hour, and I've got to call it because I will have to go for a walk up to the beach. I go for a walk with my girlfriend up to the beach every day, about 3 o'clock. Oh, remember what order letters come in the alphabet, Wes. Come on, you can do it. Greater Dispel, there we go. And then we'll just go, if this creature is on turn 1, if this creature has taken 0 turns, cast I don't know whether it would be better is if this creature is on turn 1 or if this creature has taken 0 turns. I don't know which would work better. We'll have them cast Summon Horde. That's the one we're looking for. Summon Horde. Boom. And then we'll just do, if this creature has above 0 health, just attack a random enemy. That'll work. And now we just have to set that. Go macros. Assign a macro. Macro 2. If enemy is greater than 4 buffs. All enemies have greater than 1 buff. This creature is on turn 1. Creature is 0% greater than 0% health. Yeah, that should work. I just set that to macro. And we just go. Okay, so I've got a shop. This guy, I want to get Heart of Akara. Is that what I want? Oh no, I only have 37 of these. No! I only have 37 emblems. I thought I'd have 50 by now, but that's okay. That's good. So I hope that my I hope that all of my death and res effects are going off twice. But I can't be sure. If they're not, then I should at the very least, like, I don't know. Hard to say. Thinking it might be good to put a big attack boy with the 5x attack on death trait somewhere in here. Really, I just want to make the fattest, tankiest fucker. Yes, I am still running Animator. I'm going to keep running Animator until I've beaten all the gods with it. That is the plan. And then I will experiment. I'll probably do a whole stream where I just experiment in Theorycraft with all sorts of other stuff. But I'm going to take everything that the game has and destroy it with the Animatus first. Because that is the sort of neurotic fuck I am. That is the way for me. Alright. It seems to me also that the trait that causes, like, death gems to not consume charges might be worth picking up at some point, since I'm running so many generous duplication engines right now. Tankiest creature in the game is Sturdy Gargantuan / Cosmic Giant with some kind of indirect mitigation. Isn't there also, or was this another boss trait? It was like, wasn't there one that said, like, creatures on your team cannot take more than, like, 3% damage at a single time? I feel like that might be the shit right there. That combo can only take 2.5% health damage. Nice. Yeah, I thought there was a bird. Some kind of bird creature that I remember talking about how it looked really broken on stream. Unless damage exceeds 20 times its health. Wait, what is that? 20 times its health. I'm sure there are damage sources in the game that should get that high, right? Give me all your emblems, bro. Hey, there we go. I didn't know I wasn't gonna have enough emblems. That project is kind of eating up slots for the next few. I mean, I could remove it, but Sturdy Gargantuan with the Valkyrie Knight and a Laughing Wisp trait as a tank for 1 for my team. It's pretty nuts. Alright, let's just real quick pan over and look at this. Sturdy Garg Ganchuga. Defer pain. When this creature takes damage, 90% of the damage is delayed until the start of its next turn. And then we go Cosmic Giant. Is that? When this creature takes damage and the damage exceeds 25% of its maximum health, reduce the damage to 25% of its maximum health. The amount of damage prevented cannot exceed 200% of this creature's maximum health. Oh, so those stack politely, which means that, like, if the Sturdy Gargantuan takes damage, and make it, wait, there's something funny going on where those traits multiply and make it 2.5. Yeah, so what it's doing is it's rinsing it through twice. Like, it's taking the damage twice, right? It's taking the damage twice. So the first time it's only allowed to take 25% of the damage, which gets put off until the next turn. Well, it takes 10% of 25, right? So it takes, what's happening, let me see if I can do the math here, 10% times, so it's 25% that it's allowed to take, and then it's taking 0.1%, so that, so 90% of the damage, so it'd be 25 less 2.5, so 22.5% of the damage is happening next turn. And then if we go like Cosmic Giant, let me see if I understand how this was working. It's reduced to 25%. The amount of damage cannot exceed 200%. It should still be like, it should still be taking like 22.5. Oh yeah, if you get like some Nephilim shit going on where, so like it's gonna take 22.5% damage next turn. Basically is the most that it can take, but if you mitigate indirect damage in any way, yeah, the Angelic Void form, the yeah, one of those swordy white guys. If you are reducing indirect damage at that point, then that guy can only take, 22.5. Like, if you reduce indirect damage by 90%, since that is indirect damage that he's taking next turn, he would be only dealing, like, 10% of 22.5, which would be not 2.5, be 2.25. Are you misremembering the number? Because I think it's 90% indirect reduction or something like that, isn't it? Which would leave 10% of the 22.5, which should be 2.25, unless I'm really bad at arithmetic, so don't trust me on anything ever. Always correct me on math, because my math is garbage. I'm actually, embarrassingly enough, I'm working back through pre-algebra courses on Khan Academy at night sometimes, because I want to brush up on that stuff so that I can break into... I'm actually good with algebraic functions, and anything involving abstract math I'm pretty good at, but my arithmetic is terrible, and my math education is pretty bereft, so like... I am refamiliarizing myself with all of the pre-algebra stuff via Khan Academy to make sure that I can get back into, like, I want to learn calc and trig and all that, which I just never got around to. My high school was, a tiny regional high school in Maine, so I just beat level 15,600 with my level 1 party using this. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Some of the trait combinations feel really busted, but I think I will probably put something like that in my sixth slot there, so that my Animatus can split damage with it. Because that's basically giving your Animatus those defense traits, right? So I want to leverage all of the various animator perks, since I'm not allowed to abandon them and keep my Animatus. So the animator perks are staying in, and we are leveraging them hard. Thus I have decreed. Between me and the hive mind of the Discord theory crafting community, I will have the strongest animator team. We will make it happen. People will continue to feed me information until I am all powerful. Alright, let's see. And then I will take 0 credit for synthesizing those ideas into something powerful. I'm gonna be like, and this group is fully attributable to literally everybody but me. Here we go. Tanky boy. The problem with that gargantuan, right? Problem with that gargantuan is honestly that it requires 3 traits. Although you guys have told me that the hidden traits cannot include trait reduction, which means that I can roll over them, which means that it's not as important as I thought it was to, you know, utilize only the first 2 traits as being core to your build. Since I can run on Realm Instability 5 and roll over stuff that has trait reduction, it seems like I can probably get away with shenanigans. In fact, I'm gonna run into like stat reduction traits if I try to do RI5 this early, but I'm tempted to try to do like Realm Instability 5 again once I get my tank set up, because that will be the first time in a long time that that I have had 5 fully relevant party members, fully relevant creatures in my party. Like the creatures all doing one idea. Bloodgrove? It's Apocronix. That's the first one. The first realm. Rift Dancer Master. Nice. Stat reduction is never hidden. Stat gained, I should say. Okay. Stats that correspond to classes. I'm actually going to start writing that down. Realm modifiers that are never hidden. Never hidden realm modifiers. We'll phrase it that way. So it's trait limit, stat gain reduction. Is that what you're trying to say? Stat gain reduction? So less healing. Alright, yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. Feed me the sauce. That's the stuff I like. That is actually definitely, because that's important to me because of what I'm trying to do here. Like, I realize that this is a self-imposed challenge, right? But what I am trying to do for real is make a team that can take the whole game. Okay. Those are the only ones I pay attention to, so I don't know what else. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I want my comp to be able to do Realm Instability 5. I want it to be able to do every single one of the god encounters. Potentially with the exception of, like, if there's some kind of ridiculous gimmick, like if a boss says, like, if a team contains more than one creature, you lose, or something like that, you know, depending on how extreme the gimmicks get, I may disqualify certain, Am I gonna be able to take this? There's a lot of dodge happening here. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that, Oh, there we go. They're probably screwed. What in the heck? My Animatus is actually just straight dead? How you dead, bro? Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. Wait, what? I just ruined the whole thing. Oh shit. I probably lose this fight now. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, no, I can't kill my uh-oh. That's really bad. What happened? Immune to damage without 5 debuffs and your team can't cast spells. Hmm. I wanted, oh, there we go. I wanted him to die. Kill yourself. Do it. Come on, you can do it. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's dead. And that is dead. Actually, I think that would have been fine. I don't think they're fully immune to damage, I think. Let me see. I'm gonna go find that fight again, real quick. I don't think that was a necessary loss. I think once I noticed that things were turning weird, I should have just had my Animatus cast Desecrate instead of attacking. I think the attacking was not working because they are immune to indirect damage. And they dodge pretty much everything. Use traits to apply debuffs. I don't know if I had to. I'm willing to bet that if I had just cast a spell, because they're not going to dodge spells. So I think if I had just cast like Desecrate or something with my Animatus. Oh, Gunfurion. Okay. Yeah, Gunfurion is a big old douchebag, but I guess I can, you can always macro to look for traits, right? So you just give your creatures like a heavy debuff application spell, because there's one of those for the death class, if I remember correctly. Like one that just applies like 5 debuffs. Oh, there's the... No, I don't want to do 2 battles before fighting the Nether Boss. Remember, you can't cast spells. And your team can't cast spells. Is that 5 debuffs? Immune to damage without 5 debuffs. You can't cast spells. It does seem pretty unlikely to have, like... Okay, so this will be Slaughter. That's fine. We're okay with that. Yeah, they're immune to indirect damage, I get it. Okay, and then this guy should cast... Ritual of Summoning. Which should set... Shouldn't that guy have gained, 6 Unstable Horrors? Why did that not happen? What? Anyway. That is okay. Did my animatus just kill himself somehow? Mystery. Slaughter Elemental was killed, yeah. What? Peace be upon you. Okay, so how's that working? After your creature's damage, the enemy takes damage equal to 30% of the damage dealt. Your creatures always defend. Ah. I see. Uh-oh. Hmm. Yeah, my animatus not healing back up to his full health at any point is kind of a weird one for me. And I need to figure out a way to really actually don't. I just have to put some kind of like a healing spell on my team. It's not really that complicated. Oh god damn it, I have the wrong screen. Well, thank you. I'm sure that that will go over really well in the VOD. Trying to remember when I even had that open. I must have been like 20 minutes. I'm gonna have to go back and like clip parts of that, basically. Maybe. I don't know. I'm maybe too lazy to do that. Let's see. This is very weird. So this guy does have Savage. Doesn't have any debuffs. I wonder if it's possible for me to like... Yeah, he's gonna kill himself with peace be upon you. And if... So if this guy slaughters all of his allies, then he brings everybody back. There we go. That's how we do that. Okay, and now we have this guy do... let me check. This guy's immune to damage, right? Doesn't cover attacks or spells. Okay, so if I just try to desecrate this human... There we go. So this guy gets killed, he should resurrect everybody. Good, there we go. So now, wait a second, what? Is peace be upon you still happening to me? What is, my grandfather's up and about, he's moving around. He might press the button to summon me at some point. Give me a second, desecrate, boom. Peace be upon you just still happening to me is insane. But I can actually survive this, for sure. There we go. That'll do it. I can't wait to have some annoyance to fix up the way this team is working currently. Okay. Gonna run through this realm real quick, and then it's gotta be time to go, despite having spent 20 minutes with the Siralim planner up while playing the game. Whoopsie. Wait, what was that? A resource rank or something? Alright. No. Already donated this realm. Oh. What class the woolly arachnolisks belong to? Is that... So I just raid the treasure chests. Excellent. Life shapeshifter. I mean, it's right there in the name. Alright. Summon zombie spell. Caustic reactor, that would be Venodon. Cool. We are winning at Siralim trivia. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Let's see what's down here first. There we go. Yeah, I got about 7 minutes. So I'll finish up this realm. Gotta figure out what I want to replace the Ashian with. You know, maybe before I go, since I'm gonna be done this realm in less than 7 minutes, what I can do is... Actually, how many? We'll have to see how many tokens I have. If I have 50 tokens, I can grab the God Spawn right now and try to make both of my intended creatures, but I don't know if I have 50 emblems. How we doing? 46. That's the worst. So I can't do the God Spawn just yet, but I can do the Gargantuan Cosmic Giant, I think. We'll see. I don't know if I have the requisite creatures, but we'll try it. Okay. Teleport back to Siralim. Alright, yet again, I'm going to pull up this window that always stays up over my game. And we're just going to go and look for... So I know it's the Gargantuan, the Cosmic Giant. Sturdy Gargantuan, Cosmic Giant. That's the creature. Okay, cool. So those I know the creature, but what I want is indirect damage. Take less. 90% less indirect damage, and that's the Angelic Void Lord. Okay, so we'll turn all of these off. We'll go back here, and we want the... We're sorting by name. We want the Sturdy Gargantuan. Sturdy Gargantuan. There's a 1. We want the Cosmic Giant. That's a C. Cosmic Giant. And we want the Cosmic Void Lord. Was that what it was Cosmic Void Lord? Angelic Void Lord. Okay, fuck. How to keep 3 things in your head for more than 5 seconds. Angelic Void Lord. There we go. Alright, so we fusing the... Oh, I don't actually need him, I just need his trait stone. Whoops. So we'll fuse... Well, actually, I mean, I can do it in any old order, right? Admire the Gods, Shadow Bulwark. So I could actually get it to be like death. So it's Defer Pain. Do we have Defer Pain as a trait stone? No, that's not true. We want... Where are my trait stones? Anyway, I can search them by going to the codex and searching by traits and go Defer Pain. D-E-F. Where are you? E-R. Defer Pain. I have 0 of those. So Shadow Bulwark. I would rather use the death guy in my lineup. So it's the other one. Admire the Gods. So we can go Codex, Reference, Traits, Admire, Confirm. We have 0 of those. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. So do we have a Shadow Bulwark even? Traits. Shadow. Well, actually, I'll just type Bulwark. Bulwa. Nope. We have none of these, unfortunately. So, we will just pick what we want and then assassinate the next one. Void Lord we want to be the second. Cosmic Giant, Angelic Void Lord would make him tankier. It's not Sturdy Gargantuan. So we'll do it this way. And then we'll get the... Yeah, we'll do Sturdy Gargantuan with Angelic Void Lord. Or a really crazy looking Sturdy Gargantuan. Looks so weird, man. They all look terrible. This guy looks horrifying though, so we're just gonna go with that guy. He's underlit by the harshest neon pink light. Alright, and we'll go... That's a helmet with the shadows on it that we don't need. And... just going to deposit... Okay, well that's me having to go anyway. I gotta go for multiple reasons, but I'm gonna call the stream here. So I'll be back later. Thanks guys for coming.